Welcome back to the Smoke Break JBR, the Just Be Real podcast where we sit down, talk some shit, and just be real.
Yeah.
Back with my co-host and my partner in crime, Brandon.
What's good, everybody?
And we're here at Explicit Vape, Burbank. Thank you, Ed, for letting us use the space again. Thank you.
Always many thanks.
We missed last week.
Yeah.
So we're just going to shoot in hot. We're going to try some new shit. Who cares?
Yeah, we're going to try it out and see what happens.
Deal with it.
It
If you like it, tell us. If you don't like it, awesome. We'll figure it out still. But
absolutely,
we're going to kick it hot. So E3 started.
Yep.
E3 ended, right?
Yeah, it just
ended.
Just finished.
Just finished up. A lot of shit happened.
Oh,
a lot of cool shit. A lot
good
of questionable
stuff
shit.
and bad stuff.
But we're going to kick it off with the company that we all love to hate. That brought us nothing but heartache and basically betrayal last year.
Absolute total betrayal.
And we're going to bring up Bethesda.
Oh, wait. That's not the big
see.
image.
See,
wait.
this is where we
There
try
go.
to
Hey,
do
there it
new
is.
things. And
Hey.
Brandon slips up first frame.
It's okay. I was monitoring stuff. We're good.
So now I need to know where my framing is.
Oh, so you're
Bethesda.
Good. Yeah, Bethesda.
Now I need to know where to put my hands. That's
Yeah,
why.
no, you're good. Right there.
Bethesda.
Perfect.
I know I did this originally, and I did it the opposite
Wrong
way.
side,
Hopefully no one
dude.
noticed. But Bethesda. We're bringing back Bethesda back into the conversation because they had their presser.
Oh, my God.
And it was unimpressive.
Not only was it unimpressive.
If you are, and we had someone here who was trying to speak highly of it, and we shut her down very quickly.
Absolutely.
Because she's like, Bethesda does good. No, they haven't.
Not as of late. Not
So-
as of late.
So Bethesda basically gave us their press conference, and they brought us nothing but sadness.
Yeah.
Nothing but sadness.
Lies and deceit, and it's
Just-
like, guys.
So let
We
me
can
go
see.
back into our text really quick because we did talk about it. Because I
Yeah,
was
we
listening to
did.
the recap, and I was doing, and I feel bad. I feel really bad for the amount of times I was texting you.
No,
because
dude.
it was just I was getting a hot take of it.
Hey.
So first off, what happened last year? What game was terrible?
It's just like
Which one?
It
What did old magical Bethesda create?
it was that
it was some-
abysmal abomination called Fallout 76. That
So
piece
they're
of
giving
crap.
us Fallout 76. They're giving us all the stuff they had already fucked up and deleted and
Uh-huh.
putting it back into the game.
What?
Thanks for giving us what we should have paid for the first time.
You mean
You mean the game?
NPC? Wait, the whole game is
I
coming
mean,
in?
we're actually getting the whole game.
What?
But here's the
Oh.
funny part.
Okay.
They give us Battle Royale 2
Okay.
about 4 or 5 months way too fucking late after Apex Legends. Why do we care? Zero.
Nobody.
Zero amounts that
Nobody
gives a
asked
shit.
for this.
No one wants it. And then, first of
Fallout-
all, why are you giving us Battle Royale for 76? A game that you should have abandoned 4 months ago because you haven't done anything
There's
with it.
so many-
You have not updated anything.
They're announcing these garbage battle royale, this game mode,
This-
where they
this
haven't
is-
even fixed their main.
They
game.
haven't even fixed their problems yet, and they're announcing some new content for a game a new mode that we don't give a shit about. And
Come
then
on.
this is where I got really mad.
Uh-huh.
This is where I got really mad. They're gonna give us
Okay.
a free trial for a week and a half
Oh hell no!
instead
So
of
we need
free to play like what Destiny did
Destiny just recently
because
went
they had
free to
so
play.
many issues. They went free to play.
Well, it was also that
play.
Bungie split off with Activision.
Finally.
But yeah, absolutely.
But they went free to play.
Yeah.
They knew they cut their losses and went free to play.
Yeah, they
Like, good for
noticed
you.
that they managed to get a couple of the players back with Forsaken, but they need more players.
They need more players. So what do
So,
they do?
free to play.
Good move. Leave it at that. If you
They're
fuck up,
accepting it.
as a company, if you fuck up and you create the worst game of the year, you then go free to play to try to make some of your money back on server time and maybe some microtransactions. And that's a hope. And if you're already that
Honestly-
much of a failure with the game, I got really heated with that free trial shit.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no,
I got
absolutely.
really heated
And
because
the
it's
thing
such
is-
a waste of time.
And the thing is, even if they were able to pull people on, even the microtransaction shop is abysmal. You don't even get your value's worth out of anything. Oh, you need to pay $18 for a color swap for your armor?
$18.
18, yeah.
I'm good.
100
this
atoms?
is when you now go completely free to play and you just abandon your game and try to update it
Honestly-
and make people feel better.
honestly,
because it's terrible.
With the way
It's a
Bethesda
terrible
has
game.
been handling themselves,
As a
I'd say
mockery?
just abandon Bethesda as a whole, except for Tokyo, or Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
That's the only thing.
Again, I'm
the
not
only
holding my
one that-
breath though.
I-
It's pathetic. It looks, but the thing is, we didn't see gameplay.
We didn't.
We didn't see gameplay.
But
We
also,
saw a trailer.
It's not Bethesda. It's a studio in Tokyo or in
Yeah.
Japan, and it's just being published through ZeniMax.
Yeah, but at this point, I'm not holding. It's like Rage 2. They announced Rage 2. You think I care? You mean Fallout or Far Cry?
A Far Cry New Dawn.
Like that's
the
basically
DLC?
what it is. Like, is that what we
I'd
compared it
say-
to? Yeah. Far
Yeah,
Cry.
we did.
Yeah, Far Cry. That's all it is.
So I'd say it's similar to.
It does look dope. Ghostwire does look dope. I am excited about it. I do want to see what it has potential
Ghostwire
of.
is similar to how Respawn handled Apex in its development.
What did they add Cyberpunk to? Was it Rage 2? We're like, Cyberpunk download, DLC.
No, well,
I think it was
I
that,
knew
right?
they added Terminator to Gears 5.
Yeah, but that's different. That's not Bethesda, though.
No.
That's not Bethesda. What I'm saying is, remember during that presser, they announced something where they're going to have, I think it's for Rage 2, where they announced they're going to have Cyberpunk. Remember, we talked about it. Wolfenstein Cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah, Wolfenstein. They're coming out with DLC for a game that's 3 years old.
Rewind really quick. Because Rage 2 announcement, bullshit.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Absolutely.
We don't care. Why do you want us to care about something like that? It was very shameful. And then we got Ghostwire, like you said. I'm excited about that. I'm not holding my breath, though. It's
Same.
not happening. And then, what did we get into? Yeah, this is now we can go into Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
They're releasing more DLCs, okay, which is a game, maybe 3 or 4 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Profit?
Why?
They're
No one
desperate?
cares, and it's a single-player game.
I mean, like,
Okay.
I was okay with DLC for Wolfenstein when it came out.
When it came out,
when it had a
and
few
when it was still
months.
relevant.
Exactly.
And the campaign was fun because it wasn't. It was very slow. It was very tedious, and it just wasn't entertaining. And you got bored with it really quick. And when you did have a challenge, the challenges usually took you way too much time. Where any moderate game player, like myself, like would fucking have trouble and go, I don't want to play this. Like, no, that's not how
Yeah.
it's supposed to be. And then their new release, their new DLC is Cyberpunk ripoff.
Yeah,
It's blatant.
honestly
Blatant Cyberpunk ripoff.
basically after they saw that, or the majority of companies, I don't really know if you could really say that as a result of E3 2017 or 2018, people started to jump onto the Cyberpunk bandwagon.
Well, because of 2077, which we'll get into later.
But the thing is, with 2077 and E3 2018, they didn't have a huge, major showcase like they did this year.
They didn't.
It was very small. If anything, the only big thing
But
about
even
it
their
was
showcase that they did have for Cyberpunk 2077, last year when they had some creators or some reviewers play it, remember?
But the thing is, no, they didn't have reviewers play it.
Who they have play it?
They had one of their own staff members.
That's
it
right.
Was, it was a closed door
That's right.
demo, so nobody could talk about it. And
But when
that
people
was-
did, they said, or not even talked about when they gave anything, it's like, it's amazing.
well, yeah, they
like-
did give talks about
So
what
that's
they
what I'm
saw.
saying. They did get some good press off it.
Yes, but for 1 year's difference, would you say that was enough to? Maybe that's why. Yeah, you're right.
You see what I mean?
DLC doesn't take that long to make.
Do you see what I mean? That's why I'm like,
No,
Brandon,
yeah.
look at the
Yeah.
cues here.
Yeah.
Because last year we got a new trailer. We got gameplay footage.
People lost
Remember,
their
this was
shit.
all last year.
Yeah.
We got gameplay footage. We got secret behind doors play time.
Everybody lost. And
People
then once
went-
the gameplay was released a couple months later at Gamescom, which
Yeah.
also the gameplay that was.
Do you see what I'm
done
talking
this
about?
year-
That's what I'm telling you. It's
Yeah.
a blatant rip. That's why I was like, why aren't you more mad? Like
Yeah,
I
no,
am.
you're right. No,
because it's like
I didn't see Bethesda's because I say no, they don't deserve my viewing number.
I needed to watch to see what people aren't gonna buy.
Yeah, that's true.
Like honestly.
It's good to see.
But it's
what-
honestly a blatant ripoff of Cyberpunk. And we talked about this off camera. We talked about how because Cyberpunk 2077 is it looks, and hopefully we're very hopeful, and it looks phenomenal. We're hopeful, we're hoping this is
We'll
going to
get to-
start
we'll get to the
we're getting to
Cyberpunk
that.
portion,
but we're hoping
yeah.
that this is going to skyrocket
it's
the
gonna
Cyberpunk aesthetic.
revolutionize the entire industry. Not
Exactly.
only for the gameplay and all the stuff that it has on the inside,
But the game
itself and
the game
how
itself.
it's become. How it's created. They
So
take-
this Wolfenstein DLC looks it's
it's the antithesis, the exact
Opposite of what we want.
Cyberpunk 2077 represents.
and it's like, oh great, so now we're going to get Wolfenstein early and we're going to get that bullshit DLC and have something as cool as the aesthetic of Cyberpunk be tarnished just a little bit because you guys can't be creative.
yeah.
Like, thanks Bethesda
Yeah,
for
they're
ruining that.
so
Like,
desperate to get some money because they didn't get any as
and
much
honestly,
as they wanted.
and we had someone here who was very pro Bethesda. She was, and we went, no. Like, let me
They
show you
used to
this.
be.
She used to be, yeah.
Bethesda used to be
Used
a
to be,
company
yeah.
that you could definitely say, you know what, they may have some quirks and some issues, but
And
at
she
the
brought
end
up
of
old games too. We're like,
Yeah.
you have not played in a while.
the, yeah, it's like the old games exactly. That's what they're known for. They're old games. What they're known
And
for
honestly,
new is like crappy game, really badly optimized.
And honestly, I'm really glad that we got to show a really good content because none of the stuff they're doing right now, none of their announcements impressed me. I again, Ghostwire looks pretty awesome.
But
Doom,
that's about it.
I do want to say Doom.
Yeah, Doom, of course.
Because if they keep it as Doom, then I'm going to be happy because it was Doom. Because their new Doom release was pretty awesome, and no one can really debate that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you want to debate that, I
Eternal
will debate.
looked
I will say
good.
it didn't have a lot of the shit they had promised, and I was exposed to that. It was true. They didn't have a lot of shit they promised. It was really downgraded, but the gameplay was fun.
The original Doom?
No, the Doom that they released, the new Doom. Remember?
The new Doom?
Because remember, this is Doom 2, right?
Doom Eternal?
Yeah, and now they had the original Doom that they came out with maybe like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Remember?
The most recent
Yeah.
one? No, I
Yeah.
thought that was a really good
It was
one.
a really good game, but remember, I showed you that video where they showed what they advertised. You showed me what they advertised and what we got, and it was a lot less.
No, because
Yeah.
with Doom, in actuality, it was more of a...
Am I confusing that with a different game?
You are, because with Doom, in actuality, we kind of got an upgrade.
I think it was Dead Space. No, it was something.
No.
I forgot what it was. It was some game that had to deal with the almost similar aesthetic. But
well,
that's because I actually liked the game, but I didn't at that moment. I guess I must have confused it with something else.
Well, because when we saw it originally at E3
Mm-hmm.
years ago, we saw it was like, oh, it looked amazing and everything. And then when it came out, it's like, hey, this kind of looks better. We got a little bit of a slight upgrade.
Yeah, maybe I confused
Very,
it with
very
something else
slight.
then.
But there has been definitely a lot of situations, especially more recent,
Mm-hmm.
because Doom was made by id, published by Bethesda.
Yeah, that's right.
Doom wasn't
That's why
made by
I'm still
Bethesda
kind of.
Softworks.
I'm giving. I think we even said I'm giving it 50-50.
Yeah,
I'm giving it 50-50.
Doom is okay because, as far as I can still tell, it's still being done via id.
I'm hoping.
I think.
I'm hoping at this point.
And if that's true, and it's just published by ZeniMax or because id is actually owned by ZeniMax.
Yep.
So yeah.
So like I
I'm
said,
okay.
hoping Doom. I'm giving it a 50-50 shot at this point.
I'm liking it so far. It's got good mobility, good mechanics, looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
Everything else looks just garbage.
So we'll leave it at Bethesda with
Yeah.
that one, and then we'll jump in to the greatest topic we can talk about: Cyberpunk with fucking Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
Keanu
my
Reeves.
Gosh,
By the way, I saw John Wick 3.
it's good, huh?
It's awesome.
Fucking
The
good.
best way to put I'm not going to spoil the movie. I'm just
Okay.
not going to spoil that one. The best way to put it, it's a John Wick 3 movie.
Perfect.
It's exactly what you thought it was going to be. It's a John Wick 3 movie.
Perfect.
And it's awesome. It's
Honestly,
really good.
That's exactly what
Honestly,
I want.
watch it. So after I'd watched that, that's when you sent me that. Literally the next day you sent it to me.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, this is perfect timing. And honestly, the footage in that, the trailer in that was so awesome.
It looks so good.
Awesome. I'm very excited. It
I
just made
was-
it more. I can't wait.
The biggest thing for me when I first saw that trailer was how in the absolute hell did they keep John Wick a secret? How did they keep
They
Keanu
kept that. Well, the thing is,
so
you
well?
trusted it to the one, so I had a lot of faith. He defeated the
Absolutely,
machines,
same,
man.
same.
Like,
I have no problem. I have
gave it to
no-
Point Break.
No worries about that.
you gave it to
But-
Johnny Utah.
But everybody else,
Yeah, they
how
kept
did
it.
they keep that under wraps?
That really shows the amount of effort CD Projekt Red
Holy
puts in.
fuck.
First of all, two things I should say then: how much effort CD Projekt Red puts into their projects, where people don't want to spoil it, and two, it shows how well they treat their employees.
Oh, yeah.
Where no one, let's realize that because CD Projekt Red is a pretty massive company. Okay,
Yeah.
it is a
They're
massive company
so
with
well
a
known
bunch
and
of
so
designers.
liked. The Polish government themselves gives them freaking funds to
Exactly.
continue.
So it shows how well they actually treat their employees, where no employee, no developer, no one on any source of the team, marketing, nothing,
did
publishing,
any
nothing,
sort of
had
wrongdoings.
had any reason to, in any way, shape, or form, spoil anything about the game. Because you have to think, it was 7 years nothing.
Yeah.
Right. 7 years of nothing.
Since I was in high school.
Since you were in high school.
Yeah.
Like more than 7 years then, probably, of nothing.
Just
of
silence.
zero, of
Basically,
nothing. Just the
only one
trailer.
trailer, and then 2018.
Basically a concept trailer.
yeah,
a concept trailer.
It honestly was just a teaser trailer.
And it wasn't even a taste. Like, now that you see that original trailer, it really doesn't even give you anything, but you get so hooked in.
Yeah.
So that
Oh
means
my
from that
gosh.
moment till the first tweet out, till now,
to
this
basically till
biggest
now, yeah.
reveal where we're almost a year away, not a single leak has happened.
I gotta give him props.
Like, that shows that you have great management skills, that no one wants to say anything.
Absolutely.
You treat your employees great. And
Absolutely.
Dan, you really take your time with shit.
Oh yeah, well, the most
oh,
amazing
fuck.
thing apart from this, well, you know that he's not going to be just some cameo.
No, he's actually supposed to be.
Your sidekick. What?
Which, in all honesty, I'm excited for.
That is amazing.
I'm very excited for it, but I also want to see how they make him your sidekick. You know what I mean? I want to know how they introduce him to you.
I already know how.
And don't
I
hinder
already-
your movement. You know what I mean?
It was briefly spoken about.
Oh, is he like your Otacon?
I'm not going to say because I already know. Because they actually.
Don't say it, but sound it out. Oh.
So, you know.
Wait, is that like a big spoiler?
Not really, but sort of.
How do you know the spoiler then?
Because the
How the fuck do you know
Layman
this, then?
Gaming, they actually talked about it.
Oh, then if
Briefly
it's
spoke-
documented, then I don't give a shit.
But hey, if you don't want to know, you don't have to watch or listen, so you don't understand. But it's basically.
Have you seen the movie Johnny Mnemonic
Yeah.
with Keanu Reeves? Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Kinda
No, that's
basically- yeah.
It's Johnny
Yeah.
Mnemonic. Without giving anything away or saying anything, just watch Johnny
It's
Mnemonic.
kind of hilarious how his name is Johnny
You know how-
Mnemonic.
Dude.
And hold on. You know what his character's name is?
Yeah, Johnny Silverhand.
Johnny. Whoa! You were gonna
Dude,
say?
you know how funny that was? The second you sent that to me, I went, Johnny Mnemonic. They just put him back in the same... John Wick. But no, because the only people who have seen Johnny Mnemonic will go, Johnny Mnemonic. Because that is cyberpunk-ish. It really is.
No,
It's
it really
super
is.
cyberpunk. So when you see it, it's like, wow, no wonder they picked Keanu Reeves.
They really did.
Because it's the same role he was playing. And it's so good. Have
And
you've
can
seen it, right? You've seen that movie?
portions of it. But
Dude,
I
you need to watch the whole
re-see
thing.
it, yeah. And it's really great to see, you know, when he was on stage
I was
at
going to make
E3.
the announcement of like our new content we're doing, but we'll do that after.
Yeah.
But
You know, it's to see him on stage and look really excited. It just shows that he's really invested.
And he
He's
looked really
in.
excited. So I'm more than excited for Cyberpunk
And I was
2077.
getting to this. Their release date
Is
is
what?
actually
Ooh.
April 16th, 2020.
Boom! Guess what? Buying it.
Oh, yeah, so
Buying
am
it.
I.
I have to play that.
The
I'm going to
amazing-
build my PC just so I can play the PC version.
The amazing thing is that most games, even when I was
by the way,
watching,
I'm building a PC.
when I was watching, like Twitch viewers or stuff like, or Twitch streamers react to.
Oh,
the-
it was
the launch
amazing.
on that, yeah, it was amazing.
It was amazing.
But what was amazing, or more amazing,
There you go. Use
can't do
correct.
rest of words.
Use correct grammar here,
Or-
sir. We at least try to do that.
even more incredible, was that a lot of
Look
the
at you
streamers,
using big words now.
a lot of the streamers were.
What school system did you go to? Did you go to public school? Because they don't teach that
I
shit.
went to public. So
I learned
the
colors.
streamers were expecting it to come out sometime like September, November, maybe December, because you know that's like the traditional big release. You know, because there's the holiday season. You know, you get with the sale bundles. You know, all that.
Yeah.
No, for
April.
releasing in April, that gives them nearly an entire
First
year.
of all, ballsy move.
Absolutely.
Honestly, very ballsy move
I
of CD
understand.
Projekt Red to drop a brand new title, a brand new release on a random day. Because April 16th isn't really an impactful weekend. It's
Well,
not really any type of
everything-
high sales. Really, if you think about
Just
it,
after holiday season ends, it's dead season. Nothing comes out.
that's what I'm saying.
That's the season when games come out to die.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it's a very ballsy move. And it's
But-
simple just marketing, honestly. and
But
it's,
honestly, one of the reasons why they're releasing it then is because
they didn't pull a Red Dead.
No, is that the original pen and paper version called Cyberpunk 2020?
Yep.
It's kind of an homage to that. Also, being so freaking far ahead gives them so much time to polish.
refine and
And
polish.
when I figured
and
that
test.
out, oh my gosh!
You are genuinely amazed, right?
Absolutely. You never see that anymore, where people take longer
And it's so
than
funny because people like laugh. It's like, you guys get so into it. It's
If
like,
you-
yeah, because I still like gaming. Like, I love to play games. I still remember watching my brother lose to fucking Pong, and my dad dominated Pong, and
Hey,
it was
it's a
hilarious.
classic.
I remember watching my brother get the special. Literally, he placed last place by accident in a 500 lap race in Gran Turismo, and he got pit maneuvered at the last lap at the final leg. Gran Turismo, the game, the first one in PlayStation, he placed last after 500 laps gave him the Special Try Award. I will always remember that.
I leaked you twice.
No, exactly. I will remember that for the rest of my life because my brother looked so defeated and he got so mad. My dad stepped in and goes, "Why are you complaining? Like, what is happening?" He spent another 2-3 hours later that night, 4 or 5 hours, 2-3 hours playing to get first place again.
Jeez.
So, like,
Well,
I love gaming. Like, it's
Absolutely.
awesome. So it's like seeing this, it brings you back to when you first, or at least for me, when I first saw, like, Metal Gear Solid played.
Yeah.
Where it's like I was actually genuinely
It
excited.
was that initial pull that that want to explore that world. That
and this
you
is the
don't know
first
about.
time, I think we can both agree, this is the first time in a long time where I feel that pull.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, yo,
Absolutely.
I gotta play that.
Absolutely.
Because I
You
haven't
know,
wanted, and you know, I don't really play a lot of games because
Yeah.
nothing interests me. It's really hard for me to get interested.
Same.
Like
They're really-
Apex, I put that down.
Same.
I put it
You know,
down.
you play it for a little while. It's like, oh, this is great. It feels so good.
And like we both have the Switch. The Switch is an amazing product, which we'll get into Nintendo.
Yeah.
But like, great transition by accident, by the
Yeah.
way. But like, we both have the Switch. Do you do a lot of gaming on it?
I play games.
Like, I do
but
a good amount of gaming, but it's
more
games that I
media
know.
consumption. Yeah.
And it's a lot of games that I'm comfortable with that are not necessarily like remakes, but remasters. Mario Kart.
Diablo 3.
Diablo 3, which by the way I might have to borrow again because
Hey, that's
I
fine.
fucking that, or I might have to borrow DBZ Fighters because I'm having an itch. And
Okay.
DBZ Fighters.
Yeah.
But like,
It's the classics, 2D style
Easy
things that you
games
think will
that we
be
know.
arcadey, fun. That sort of games or those sort of style of games really transition very, very well onto a not necessarily mobile, but a handheld
console.
Yeah, handheld system.
So it's like with those we consume easily because it's games we're familiar with.
Exactly.
It's I told you I'm probably gonna buy the Sonic collection, Donkey Kong, Crash Bandicoot.
Sonic Mania is basically the OG
all the
Sonic,
Sonics.
but
That's actually,
remade.
dude, you might want to buy that soon. It's actually super on sale.
Oh yeah, dude. I
Like,
know it's good.
super on sale. Like
So-
it's on sale like a motherfucker. So is Cuphead.
Oh.
And you know what's
There you
coming
go.
out this week or next week? My Friend Pablo,
Oh yeah.
which I'm excited
Oh,
for.
I'm so
So
glad I got
jumping
a
into
job.
E3 Nintendo looks awesome.
Oh,
They
well,
had
by the way,
huh.
and with John Wick or not John.
John Wick, Johnny Mnemonic,
Keanu, now everybody's calling him that.
John the Week.
Excellent. When he went onto stage and I saw him, and it turns out he was surprised, and he came out. That was the first time in years I could say that I was genuinely
excited.
surprised and excited for something.
Genuinely excited.
Yeah,
And
and
it's really hard
Nintendo-
for me to get excited for games now.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's because there's nothing like I was excited for Gears of War, their announcement, but very just like all right, because you lost me at Gears of War 3. Like,
Yeah.
Gears of War 3 was the last good one, and even
was
that
the
was
end.
hard to
That
get
was
through.
the end.
And even that game was hard to get through because it was just not a great story. And anyone who played it who was a fan would say it was a hard story to get through. Halo
Yeah.
Infinite was announced. Super excited about that. I'm a big Halo fan,
Yo.
but
I'm more excited
not-
about the Halo Master Chief Collection coming onto Steam.
I'm more
That's more
excited about
exciting.
playing Halo Wars again.
Yo.
Like than I
Halo
am
Reach?
playing because the last Halo game that came out was not fun.
It wasn't good.
It was not fun.
was-
And then Halo Infinite with this new release, and it's coming out with their new Project Scarlet.
120 FPS. 4K
You mean a PC?
negative. You mean PC from 2 years ago?
I'm sorry, I'm not PC master race, but I'm starting to get there. Like I'm
So
starting to
you
get
begin
there.
to understand.
And the only
how.
console that still has my money, two consoles, would still, and I don't really count the Switch as a console because it's an amazing handheld device. And it's a great console
It's
itself,
a
too.
console.
It's a
It's
good
a
console, but I
console.
count it as the most advanced handheld ever. Because
You
it
would-
sets the standard
Yeah,
beyond
but
belief.
you would still have to drop it in a console because
Okay,
you
then
can
still console.
Yeah.
Is the Switch, and now still is the PS4.
Mhm.
Like, not even the Pro, because I still like the Pro. The Pro is awesome, but I don't see the point of me buying it when I have one already. But
Yeah.
great console.
Mhm.
Microsoft is slowly falling behind. They're charging
They
more
have
money to
been.
use a service on top of a service with another service. You're not the UFC. Stop
Yeah.
trying to ESPN plus me. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Same thing
not
with
happening.
Google and their Stadia garbage.
Exactly. I'm not doing
I don't
it.
want to deal with
I'm
that.
not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I don't
No
wanna
one's
pay-
doing it with ESPN Plus. No one's doing it with Microsoft.
I don't want to
Fuck
pay
you.
for
Like,
the cloud ability to use your service and then pay separately for the games themselves.
Yep.
Nah, forget
No,
that.
fuck you. Not happening. Charge
then-
me a lump sum.
But Nintendo's doing it right.
Nintendo doing it right.
Ooh.
So Nintendo was supposed to have Animal Crossing
Animal
release, right?
Crossing. Oh my god.
So they had an announcement that Animal Crossing's coming out next year. which everyone was mad about, but understood right after this was because they didn't want to work their staff too hard.
Yes.
They didn't want to put them under a crunch. And when you sent that to me, I went, good.
I was so freaking excited.
Thank God
and happy.
for the Japanese because they know how. It's Nintendo, isn't it?
Nintendo. Thank God for Nintendo.
Nintendo, then.
Because
thank God for Nintendo, then.
There you go. Because the Japanese actually do have a bad habit or a bad repertoire of
yeah, I guess
their
so.
entire workforce.
All right, we'll give it Nintendo.
But Nintendo,
we'll give it a Nintendo.
Thank you, Nintendo, for doing the right thing.
Doing the right thing and not forcing their developers to work severe, crazy hours.
To crunch themselves to almost
because, all right,
exhaustion.
For people who don't understand crunch, explain crunch because because I didn't know this and I thought it was two different things. But apparently, crunch is something that's basically been abused now, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So explain crunch to people.
So usually, when it comes down to
you want to
working
sit here, I'll touch the camera.
I'm good. When it comes down to video game development, you work not necessarily like day in and day out normally like that. You work in 2-week sprints. And with these 2-week sprints, you start off. You say what you're gonna do, how much time it's gonna take, and then you do it. If it takes longer, then you switch it off to the next week, and so on and so forth. With crunches, what happens is that all that 2-week stuff kind of condenses into half a week.
Or like a week solid.
Basically, 2 weeks, material into half a week. But you still maintain your
half a week meaning like 5 days, or half a week like a week and a half?
A half week meaning 3 days.
Oh,
yeah, crunch.
Like super crunch.
Yeah.
So is that what's being abused now?
While maintaining the 2-week timeline.
Oh. So right now in the gaming industry, is that how abused is that
heavily,
being used?
Incredibly
and how so?
Heavily. That's like one of the main requirements that you need to work at a studio because that's like one of the only ways that they work on, like the working method that they work under.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's called Scrum.
Oh, yeah, Scrum, right? Yeah.
So what happens is that...
You know who we can blame for that is fucking Silicon Valley.
Yeah, really,
that.
Honestly.
We can...
Yeah.
Not the show.
No.
The actual people in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, because
you can blame them.
A lot of the stuff that went from there kind of transitioned and trickled into the video game industry.
The video game industry,
and
it just
EA
it tainted it so
everywhere.
bad. Yeah.
So when it comes down to crunch, it's not necessarily that you work 9 to 5 with that workload. No.
That is constant.
You have that workload, and you have to complete that workload. Meaning
all
you
the time.
stay.
You stay till it's done.
Yeah. So when I was gonna possibly work at at a studio, those hours were gonna be brutal.
Yep.
12-hour. I think it was.
And I remember. Yeah,
shift.
it was.
I had told you.
Do you want to say who it was?
No, I can't really say, but I can say the amount of time.
Yeah, the hours. Because if you sent me
They
the
were
hours,
brutal.
and I even had to ask you, like, do you really want to work graveyard shifts like that?
I mean, like, it was for, a company that was really well known.
I think we talked about it. I think we can say it.
I'd rather just worry not, want not, or it was not that. It's better safe than sorry.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, like, it's a company that I respect, or at least that I had played their games in the
don't
past.
anymore because...
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Especially with their more recent title. I do not like the way that
Let's put it this way. They're in the news.
Yeah, they're in the news.
They're in the
so,
news.
At the time, I'm like, you know what? It's a job. I just need to get
I remember
in.
that, too, because I remember I even asked you, like, yo, do you really want to work from 8 p.m. till whatever?
Till like 2 a.m.?
No, it was 8 No, it was like literally 8 p.m. to like 2 p.m. the next day. It was like like 1 p.m. the next day. Remember? It was something outrageous.
Something insane.
It was something where we were like, whoa.
Yeah,
like,
you're
going in, like, you'll be getting off at, like, what time? You'll be getting off at what?
I think I would be getting it. No,
and
I
the
think
turnaround
it was 4
time.
to like 2.
Remember, we talked about, because I won't say where they're located because that would give it away. But, like, it will definitely give it away.
It would have been,
like,
it would have been a drive.
It would have been a drive to it. What? Would have been an hour and a half, and you would have gotten it out at, I think it was till 3.
Yeah.
Because you would have gotten out at 3. That's when we did the math. Because the turnaround time was outrageous.
Yeah.
Because it was required 3 days a week, every other day, right? They wanted you
Something
to do.
like that.
No, they wanted you to 2 days, and then 2 days on, 2 days off, right?
I don't remember the scheduling or the way that they
I remember they
it.
broke it down. It was 2 days, and then 1 day off, 2 days. That's what they wanted to give you.
Something, but
I remember that because they sent you the breakdown.
No. They wanted me to do that basically all the time.
All the time, yeah. That's what it was.
No, that was all. That was my.
And the turnaround time, you would have been off at 3, had to have traveled about 2 hours, 3 hours in traffic,
an hour and a half
just to
minimum.
get back.
Yeah.
sleep for 2 hours, and then go back.
Well,
No, remember, because you would have.
It wasn't to 3 p.m. or it was, I think, 4 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Boom. Yeah.
So I would get
The
back
turnaround
home.
time was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's brutal, and nobody needs to work under those conditions to survive. Not necessarily.
In general, those.
If you're gonna work those hours and you're making good money, sure, that's
Yeah,
fine.
then it makes sense.
Okay, but if you're just doing
But
that
if you're
as
a
an
game test-
entry level job, entry level,
and
Entry level job.
yeah, entry. Level.
how is it that you need less experience
the most
to
overused?
join the military than you need to work at an entry level
It was
position?
ridiculous. I remember even I had to talk you out of that. Like, dude, don't do that.
What?
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I really respect Nintendo and Animal Crossing
Really,
and
yes.
everything they're doing, because with that, I pointed in the wrong direction again.
It happens.
I know. I keep doing it.
Left.
That's
man,
why
left.
Animal Crossing being,
Are
I know,
you
left.
right hand dominant?
Yeah,
So use your left hand.
I know. I keep
Just
ambidextrous.
glue the
ambidextrous.
mic to your hand. Yeah.
Yeah,
just
this
like
way.
That. There you go.
So yeah, so that's what we give it up to Animal Crossing and the developers for
Absolutely.
not giving that crunch and abusing their employees and doing that, and it's awesome. It honestly is. Where are we at time?
We are at 31.
Perfect. Wow, perfect. It didn't even feel like that.
We
We're doing a little
we
bit.
still had Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh yeah, so let's talk about that really quick.
Yeah.
They added Banjo-Kazooie to Smash. We're really excited about that. More excited than I
Super.
think we should be. Like, it's just
I mean,
very,
like, it's
very
kind
fun.
of like.
I still need to buy Smash. You have it right there. Oh no, you brought it down. But no, but very excited. I still
There he
need to
is.
buy Smash. I
There
still
he
need
is.
to buy Smash.
Yeah,
honestly.
I do.
It's such
I
a
do
good
too.
game.
But the good thing I just got a job, so hey, I'm gonna finally start getting games and. all
So
that
we
stuff.
do have an announcement. We're going to be doing a lot more. Hopefully, we're going to work with Brandon's schedule. We're going to
Yeah.
try to do something at least every month, every 2 weeks.
something. Yeah.
Something that's new.
Mhm.
We're coming out with some new ideas. We're going to do more movie reviews too.
Yeah.
We actually have someone
Oh,
here
yeah.
who's a customer
Mhm.
who wants us to review his movie that's on Netflix.
And we are definitely gonna.
we
are very
excited to do it.
We're gonna be brutal.
It's and he's excited that we're gonna tear into his shit.
yeah.
So we might invite someone. We might invite Rios. We should invite Rios for that. We'll do it.
That'd
We're
be pretty
recording
cool.
someone's house and do that one. Wanna do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So we're gonna get that figured out. We're gonna try to do a lot more new stuff.
Mhm.
We are working with new schedules and new things, so we're trying to adjust, and we're trying not to jump the gun on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And we're trying to be more consistent than what we have been in the last few weeks because of certain scheduling things, certain issues that happen. But we're going to be more consistent. We'll be back here on Wednesday, every Wednesday. And then those videos, we'll figure out a release date for that.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add?
Just looking forward to the next show, and hopefully, we'll be able to bring that new content
New content and
to
new
y'all,
stuff.
and it's gonna be definitely interesting.
It's gonna be
and
fun.
something new.
It's
Absolutely.
going to be different. So, like always, we'll be back
Just-
next week. Oh, you jumped the gun there.
Yeah, because I was also switching over things.
I know. But we'll be back next week. And as
Yep.
always,
Just
be
real.
is it still framing? Oh, there we go.
Area